Good evening and magandang gabi everyone. Tonight we will be presenting our MySQL code that we made. Simulan natin sa concept. Ang concept na pinili ay book borrowing. Sa line 1 to 9, nag-create kami ng table na books, and sa loob nito, meron siyang book ID na integer, auto-increment, and primary key. Kaya namin nilagay ng auto-increment is para pag mag-i-insert ay hindi na kailangan maglagay ng ID. And para ano na din, para iba-iba siya ng ID. And next naman ay name. Ang text, naka-text siya, not null. And author, genre, same din. And date published naman ay naka-date siya and hindi din siya null. And next ay times borrowed, naka-integer, not null siya, and ang default ay 0. And next naman ay sa line 13 to 23, nag-insert tayo ng random data. Punta sa queries. Sa second line, ang una nating query ay select all from books. Dito sa select all from books, ang ginagawa niya ay kinukuha niya lahat ng record from lahat ng column sa record. I mean, kinukuha niya lahat ng data from books. Kaya siya naka-select all, yung asterisk, is para kunin niya lahat ng column na nasa table natin na books. Line 5 naman, select distinct genre. Kung makikita natin sa output, ang output natin ang una nating in-output ay yung lahat ng table. Then, next naman dun sa select distinct, makikita natin na ang pinrint lang niya ay genre. And dito, hindi, yung mga doble na genre ay hindi na na-print since yung mga distinct na value ang kanyang pinrint. Next naman ay select all from books where genre is equal to fiction. Simple lang din to. Ang input niya ay lahat ng record mula sa books kung saan ang genre ay fiction. And next naman, select name from books where author is equal to Aldous Huxley or author is equal to Jane Austen. Dito naman, sinelect niya yung name na column, and then chinek niya kung ang author ba ay Aldous Huxley or Jane Austen. If mag-true yun, ipiprint niya. And next naman ay, ang panghuli ay select book ID and name column from books where genre is equal to fiction and book ID is greater or equal to 4. Dito makikita natin sa output na yung ID na pinrint niya is greater or equal to 4 lang. And sinunod din niya yung condition na nakalagay sa ating.
So, ang next command naman po is yung tinatawag na inclose. So, basically, what inclose does is like, sinesearch niya yung specified column and then nire-return niya lang yung record or records kung saan nahanap yung naka-indicate na value sa condition. So, in our example po, nag-construct po kami ng condition wherein ang values po na sinet namin is tatlong authors na included sa mismong table. So, free siya paano nung output. So, in this case po, ang included lang po sa output is yung mga book na gawa ni Jane Austen, Harper Lee, and also Leo Tolstoy. In addition, since ang nakaset lang po sa command is yung book ID, name, and yung genre, silang tatlo lang din po yung lalabas sa column together with their value sa output. Next, patingin ng code. Ang sumunod naman po is yung between clause. In this clause, inaalaw niya po yung user na makapag-set ng range para sa specific column or columns, and then ang may include lang po sa output niya is yung mga values na pasok dun sa range na nakaset or naka-indicate. So, pa-check ulit ng output. For our command po, nag-set lang po kami ng range ng year between 1900s and 2000. So, lahat po ng books na na-publish sa loob ng 1900s and 2000s ang may include sa output code. For the like clause naman po, inaalaw niya si user na mag-set ng value, for example, yung word na end with some percentage symbol. What this does po is sinesearch niya yung given value ni user sa column or columns sa loob ng table. The percentage symbol naman po serves as a indication kung anong position ng nakaset na value sa condition. So, output ulit. Since the word end has a percentage on both sides, and the columns na mare-return is yung book ID and name, kung ano man po yung book na may word na end sa kanilang titles is included sa mga values na madi-display sa output. Ang difference po ng in and like is sa like clause, may specific position po yung word na hinahanap while dun naman po sa in clause is wala. So next, dun naman po sa ASC and DESC, or should I say ask and desk. Sa ASC po, ang meaning po niya is ascending while yung DESC naman stands for descending. So basically, ang ginagawa lang po ng clause na to is ino-organize lang po niya yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng mga values na nasa table. So output, in our example, yung date publish po ang naka-indicate na i-arrange. So pagdating po sa output, naka-arrange na yung mga books based sa kanilang date publish, either descending or ascending. So yun lang po.
For next syntax, we have the SQL group by clause. Ang purpose nito ay gino-group yung mga rows na may same values in a specified column, at pwede din dito tayo mag-perform ng aggregate functions dito. For our example query, we have select genre, sum, open parenthesis, times borrowed as total times borrowed from books where times borrowed is greater than or equal to 1, group by genre. Ito ay ginogroup yung mga sa books table, yung by genre, at kinakalculate yung total number of times na each genre has been borrowed. So dito sa output natin, reach siya paano ng output. Yan, so nakita natin, ginroup niya yung genre based doon sa total times borrowed niya. Now, for our next syntax, we have the SQL count clause. Ang purpose naman nito ay kinakount yung number of rows sa table na may matching conditions, yung same condition sila. For our query, we have select, count, open parenthesis, book ID as total book ID from books where times borrowed is less than or equals to 50. Ito naman ay kinakount yung number of books na na-borrow 50 times or less. Makikita natin ito dun sa output ulit. So, for our next syntax, we have the SQL having clause. Ito naman, filter yung groups created by the group by clause based dun sa specific condition. Dun naman sa query natin, we have select genre, sum, open parenthesis, times borrowed, close parenthesis, as total times borrowed from books where times borrowed is greater than or equal to 1. So, inulit lang yung unang natin query. Dito naman, nilagyan na ng having sum times borrowed is greater than 50. So, ito naman, ginogroup niya yung table ulit dun sa by genre, and kinakalculate ulit yung each time na genre has been borrowed. Pero, ino-include nito yung genre na yung total count na times borrowed is greater than 50. Doon naman tayo sa output. So dito, yung mga genre lang na may greater than 50 times borrowed ay yung fiction, dystopian, at yung fantasy. So for our next syntax with the SQL create index statement, ito naman ay para sa query performance o sa paghahanap. Pretty much gumagawa tayo ng unique index para sa isang sabihin natin category para mas madaling mahanap para nag-query tayo. So dito tayo sa code natin, we have create unique index book code on books, name, author, and date published. So pretty much, gumawa tayo na create unique index, yung book code, doon sa name, sa author, at sa date published. Tapos yung show index from books, ito naman pinapakita na yung mga index na yun nga, ginawa natin. Yung output, pakita output. Yan, pinapakita yung mga index na ginawa dun sa tatlo. Next, doon naman sa drop index, doon naman sa alter table, books, drop index, book code. Yun nga, dinadrop niya lang yung index na hindi na natin kailangan. Pretty much, nini-delete niya yung index na ginawa natin. Next.
So, for the next syntax is the test books or the command that describe yung structure ng book table natin. So, sa output niya, makikita nyo is makikita nyo yung column names, data types, and other relevant information na meron sa table natin. para rin it helps to understand its structure and planning modifications. So next is um, alter table books and is missing the double not null default zero. This command, nag-add siya ng new column name is missing to the book table or yung sa current table natin. Tapos, may kita nyo sa new output natin na na-add niya na yung is missing sa field natin, tapos yung type niya is double, null niya is no, hindi siya primary key, that's why blank siya. Tapos sa default niya is zero kasi nga sa sa command natin sa code nakalagay is not null. That's why zero yung nasa default niya. Next is alter table books drop date publish. So doon yung command na to is ni-remove lang niya yung date publish column from the books table or sa syntax natin or sa command natin, nag-drop siya ng column na hindi na nakastore na hindi na naman natin kailangan or kailangan na i-drop. Alter table books modify is missing to tiny int 1 not null default 0. Ibig sabihin naman nito is yung command niya is yung is missing natin na yung pinalitan yung data type niya ng tiny int, which is a smaller integer type that can store values from negative 128 to 127. Or kasi sa MySQL natin is na hindi pwede ang boolean. That's why ang ginamit lang namin para ma-modify is tiny int, which is much. Makikita nyo na naman yung nabago na siya sa output, which is yung nasa pinaka-huling row na is missing tiny int 1. Yung null niya is no pa rin, same as the default 0 pa rin. Kasi hindi naman siya binago. Which data type lang naman yung binago. Alter table books rename to library. Basically, this command, basic lang siya kasi nire-link niya lang yung book table to library. So, binago lang niya yung pangalan but it keeps the data and structure intact.
First is we're gonna display the original table, where is book ID, name, author, genre, times borrowed, and is missing is to be seen. Next one in our query, we have insert into library, name, author, genre, times borrowed is missing. Values po niya is The Godfather, Francis Ford Coppola, drama, 9 and 1. Makikita po natin siya dito sa output po natin. Nagkaroon po tayo ng book ID number 11 with the name The Godfather. Ang author po is Francis Ford Coppola. Genre is drama. Times borrowed is 9. Is missing is 1. The next query is the update library where we set genre crime times borrowed 13 where book ID 11. Here in our output, the number 11 book ID has the drama genre. But in the update, we already have the crime and the times borrowed before is 9, now it's 13. Delete from library where name equals To Kill a Mockingbird. Here in the output, the To Kill Mockingbird row has been deleted. Next one is the truncate table library. It selects all columns and rows from the library table. Meaning po is lahat ng values and data inside the library table has been deleted, but the table retains. Last one is the drop table library, where it deletes all the table of the library. This is group 2. Thank you for listening and have a good night.